Good morning. Good morning. It is raining outside, and so I'm inside my office slash studio. I do still have one of my producers here with me. She is down on the ground. I'm gonna see, there she is. She's the head producer of everything, for sure. So today I'm talking about choices and how you're using them to hurt you. And a lot of times we're doing this without even knowing. Good morning, thank you for the like. A lot of times we're doing these subconsciously. We're not even aware that we're making these choices and that they are harming us. So today, sit back with me, relax, enjoy. Trying to look at what's over my drums. Look over what's over my shoulder, because this is kind of odd for me as well. I do have eyes. There's a lot of glare in here from the lights. So let's jump into this together. I'm Vickie Griffith with Breakthrough. I specialize in helping women stop dieting so they can really lose weight and keep it off without all of those yucky foods and without all of the drop dead workouts that were believed to work, and without giving up chocolate or wine for some people. And as a matter of fact, there was a question I put on the post last night. It said, when you're stressed out, do you go to wine or chocolate? I'd love to hear from you. Let me know. What is your choice? Several years ago, there was a whole series of movies, werewolves versus vampires, and it was I didn't watch them, so I don't know, but I can't remember what the names were, but it was the name of the two head, one vampire and one werewolf, and that's kind of what I'm finding now. There's team wine and team chocolate. So let me know which team you're on. Some people like both, and that's okay too. So it's kind of a rush this morning. All right, so choices. These are ways that you are using your choices to harm you. And sometimes it seems like the most logical choice, but in reality, it's a choice based on fear. And so, excuse me as I continue to look at my notes. I do have a few notes written down. This is all new to me as well, and I find it fascinating because I can see myself in a lot of these, and I know that you are following these processes as well, and we're not even aware of it. So what is the first stage of change? Awareness. And so that's where we're at today. We're aware of it, and then from here we can understand it and then make action and change, make a plan. So many times these ineffective choices, so in other words, these choices will not get you the results you want. It feels like they will, it seems like they will, we logically think that they will, but however, they will not get you the results you want. So I'm going to use the example of losing weight. However, you can use these same examples for fill in the blank of what you want in your life. Do you want not only to lose weight, but do you want better health? Do you want to start creating a different or more income? Do you want to grow your business in a different way than you have? Do you want to have an amazing relationship with people in your life, or find that person to have an amazing relationship with? Do you want a promotion? Do you want a different job where they'll appreciate you? Good morning. So these are ineffective ways that we choose. Hey Jen, good to see you. It's been a long time. Ahmed, thanks for coming. So these are ineffective choices that will not get you the results that you want. The first one is putting your choice into the process. So for weight loss, it's going to be putting your choice, your belief into the process, the diet. And I'm not saying that it isn't a part of, the food plan is a part of. However, for myself and many included, going on a diet, I put my belief and my choice in the diet, not me. And that always, always, always will bring you back to where you are, and even a few pounds more. So the choice is to put it into the process, the diet, and that's not going to get you the results. You also make the choice of whatever is the easiest and the more probable. Is there anything wrong with that? Nope, not anything wrong with that. However, we continue to do that over and over again. What is the easiest? And remember, I've talked a lot about how the brain, it evaluates any change as dangerous. So even when you are putting your choice into easy or probable, then the brain might feel safe. However, you're not going to get any results. And I can share with you that sometimes making a choice between having a hot fudge sundae with a brownie underneath it to not having it at all, or choosing an apple instead, gonna choose what's easy, sounds good, is delicious, rather than the apple, because that is difficult when you first get started out. Not taking responsibility for the circumstances in your life that you believe you have no choice around. So what this is you go to a party, when we're getting back to going to parties, and there is a open buffet, and the circumstances, food is readily available, so you make the choice to eat whatever's there, and then blame it on the circumstance. So we blame it on birthday parties, we blame it on office parties, we blame it on going to lunch with friends. We make the choice that there's no choice, that the circumstance made us make that decision to go off of our program. The circumstances of I don't have any time. We make up scenarios that keep us where we are by saying we don't have a choice. And this same place happens in relationships. We make up the circumstances, or we are in circumstances that we believe we have no choice. And rather than say that we're wrong, we continue to prove that right. The next one is you force yourself to settle. So you choose to settle. It's the least of two evils, where you look at, kind of this choice here, and it's the least of two evils. So in the weight loss scenario, it may be the time to exercise. And the least of two evils is the choice that you make, which is go to the gym or take a walk for 5 minutes. Neither of those choices are bad. But that going to the gym is what you need physically for your body. There's a lot of other scenarios where you're choosing the least of two evils. So neither one of the choices are really going to get you the results you want, but you stick with one of them because you believe you don't have any choices. And the truth is you have all kinds of choices. Thanks, Jen. Just said you had me there. Another ineffective choice method is predetermining the outcome of the choice. So you've blown it, air quotes again, right? Because blown it is a relative term. What does that mean? Does that mean that you ate a cookie and that gives you the predetermined reason to go off your diet? Does that mean you sat down and ate 5,000 calories and that determines? So you've already predetermined, because of past experiences, that you are going to sabotage your diet if this happens, if you eat something off program, if you miss a day of exercise. Perfectionism is one of our most difficult decisions that we make about ourselves. And if we go off a program, or if we skip a day of exercise, the whole world's going to crumble apart, and we're just horrible people, and we're just going to have to start all over again. So you've already predetermined before you even start what the conditions are. And that's putting you in a place of, one, scarcity. It's putting you in a place of unbelief. You don't believe in yourself. So you've already given yourself a way out. So I advise you to watch for that. Another choice we make is to do something that's going to alleviate the pressure or the discomfort. And it is going to be difficult in the fact that there's going to be pressure and discomfort no matter what you're choosing to do. My notes won't stay up there. There we go. So no matter what your choice is, there is always going to be a level of discomfort, and there's always going to be a level of, I need to eliminate this pressure. And it doesn't matter which area of your life is. And this happens because it's so uncomfortable for the brain. Hey, Mitch, glad to have you here. It's so uncomfortable for the brain. And so your choice is to alleviate the pressure and reduce the comfort. So with someone who's dieting, the pressure in the discomfort is, again, making a choice between two foods, one on program and one not. And because it feels like a constant pressure of saying no to yourself, you eliminate the discomfort by eating. What might that be in the area of life that you want to address, that you are trying to eliminate? You're making a choice to eliminate the pressure and the discomfort. Another inefficient and ineffective choice is listening to others' opinions about what you want and following their advice instead of your intuition. So you go to your friends and you say, I'm going on a diet. I want to release 20 pounds, 30 pounds, 50 pounds. It doesn't matter. Maybe it's 5 pounds. And your friends are going to go, oh, that's great. Here's the bread basket. Oh, that's great. Let's have another drink. Oh, that's great. You're starting Monday, right? And sometimes they're going to look at you and go, what food program are you going on again? So that's the process, right? Ineffective choices, believing in the process is going to save you, believing in the diet. And then they tell you all the things that's wrong with that program, all the reasons why you can't let go of weight. And we can have a kind heart about that. We can understand that they're coming from a place of fear, because if you change, that means they have to at least think about changing, and they don't want to. But that's their choice. Stop taking polls on if you can achieve whatever your goal is. If you can, listening to coworkers about getting a promotion. Stop polling people. Listen to your intuition, and sometimes it takes practice. It's not always easy to listen to your own intuition. But if God is whispering something to you, if you have some type of idea, a desire, then what that says is God believes in you. You just don't believe in yourself. And if your desire is to lose weight, which is just as important than any other desire or result that you want in your life, then you can do it. It's just you don't believe you can. Stop polling. Hi, Doreen. Great to have you here. Stop polling other people to see what they think about your goal. It is an ineffective choice, because most of the time we are convinced otherwise. There are so many people that have been told, well, for my husband, for example, his teacher told him he'd never amount to anything and he'd pump gas the rest of his life. Fortunately for him, he has that very defiant rebel attitude, and he's like, that's not going to happen. And he's worked for Fortune 500, 100 companies in computer security for several decades now. But that kind of impression can lead you down a path of choices that are not helping you receive your goal. And then the last one is, I kind of touched on this a little bit. You are not suffering because of some injustice that you did in the past. Yes, God made you this way. However, God also promised you health and happiness. And if you are sticking to a food program that is not supporting your weight release, that's not God's choice. if you desire to lose weight, if you desire to maintain your weight, that is a whisper. And when you go off program, that is not because you did something wrong and God's punishing you. It is not because He made you this way. And there's no karma behind it. Stop using the excuse. And these are really choices. These ineffective choices are really excuses. Stop using the excuse that you did something in the past and you have to be punished or right by it. Now, here's the thing about these ineffective choices. You're giving away your power. You're absolutely giving away your power to someone else. So when you put your choice in the process, when you settle for easy or what's possible rather than imagining what can happen for you, amazing things can happen. If you don't take responsibility and you blame everything on your circumstances or someone else, so that's why you're making the choice. There's no choice because it's because of. If you force yourself to settle because you believe it's the less of two evils, you precondition your choice based on past experiences, based on giving yourself a way out so that you can feel safe about it. If you are using your choices to eliminate the discomfort and the pressure that you're feeling, if you are taking a poll and listening to others rather than listening to your internal drive and your internal purpose, and if you're making a choice based on, well, this is just God's way, you may want to look at that again. Because again, you're giving away your power in all of those, all 8 of those areas. You are giving away your power. And choice is very powerful. And choice takes commitment once you've made the decision. And in all those places, you've let go of a commitment. You've given yourself a way out. You've given yourself an excuse. So check in with me tomorrow. I'll be talking about how to make more efficient choices so that you can get your results. In the meantime, if any of this resonates with you and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know how, I don't know what my next step is. And when you're in confusion, the mind always says no to whatever your thoughts are. When you're in fight or flight, which I chatted about yesterday, all of the blood goes out of your brain. It goes to your arms and legs. So if you need to run, you can run. If you need to fight, you can fight. And because of that, without oxygen and blood into your brain, and you have enough to survive, trust me, the body is an amazing, miraculous mechanism. So you have enough to survive, but without that supply of blood and the oxygen to your brain, the brain gets a little foggy and decisions become hard. So contact me either through the comments or through direct message. Let's set up a no obligation 15-minute call and get you through this so that you can move forward with more ease. There's nothing wrong with having ease in the choices that you're making for the results. There is something wrong with always choosing ease and settling. So I'd love to hear about how this is helping you, how this isn't helping you. I think what I'll do is I'll write them in the comments below this thread, and so you can comment to me about which 1 or 2 or 3 or all of them that you have been using in the past. And let's start a conversation about this, because you are a powerful being, and I know it doesn't feel like that sometimes. It doesn't feel like that around what's happening to us. It feels like all of our choices have been taken away. But the truth is, you still have choices, and you are very powerful, and you can create choices that will propel you forward, keep you in the place you're at, or backtrack you. So until next time, sending love. Take care, everyone.